Now at 6, we are at the scene of an overnight stabbing near some businesses.
We just want them to come home safe.
And these San Diegans are trying to find their parents who went missing just before Christmas.
Pumped. Yeah, I'm excited. First timer. Woo!
The country's largest balloon parade is happening in San Diego this morning, and we have a preview. And right now it is starting off a little bit foggy, but things are looking pretty great for that parade. We'll have your full forecast here in just a few minutes.
You're watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
And we are following a lot of breaking news here at 6 a.m. I'm Chris Crow in for Eric Connor.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. So glad you're with us here on CBS 8. So we want to start in San Marcos. That's where at least one person was stabbed. It happened just after 10 last night in a parking lot off North Twin Oaks Valley Road.
And that's where there's both an LA Fitness and an old spaghetti factory restaurant. CBS 8's Regina Yurita is live at the scene with everything that we've learned so far from overnight. In Regina, not a lot of communication between law enforcement and us currently, right?
Yeah, that's correct. We've been trying to get more information, more answers to piece together what happened last night. But as of right now, we're only being told that this is an ongoing investigation. So Sheriff's Department actually was here last night, but you can see that there is still crime tape right behind me. This section is still blocked off right next to that LA Fitness, and deputies are still on scene. But I want to show you a video of what it looked like last night when deputies were called on scene because of this incident. So this is the entire plaza that was blocked off. You can see crime tape. This happened just after 10 last night near the LA Fitness located on Twin Oaks Valley Road. We know one person has been stabbed, but it's not clear what led up to that stabbing. We're still trying to get more information about the status of the victim and if any arrests were made last night or if deputies are still looking for any suspects. But as Chris mentioned, we're still trying to get more answers. I was trying to get these questions answered from deputies, and so far we haven't gotten much other than that this is an ongoing investigation. So again, this section of the plaza is blocked off. Actually the back section of LA Fitness near Via del Prado and Rancheros Drive, that section is still blocked off with crime tape, and there is still deputies on scene. But just stick with us. In the next half hour, we'll try to get you guys more information on what led to this stabbing, the status of that victim, and any suspects or any details that deputies or the Sheriff's Department can tell us. For now, that's all I have. I'll send things back to you guys.
Regina, thank you so much for staying on top of the latest details out of there. And we are now following more breaking news. This out of Mira Mesa. Take a look at what happened. A person accused of driving under the influence is under arrest this morning after that person crashed into at least 3 parked cars. That is a lot of damage to those cars. It was just before 3 this morning, right near the intersection of Westview Parkway and Cuesta Point. We spoke with San Diego police about 2 hours ago about this. They told us at least one person was taken to the hospital. That person's condition is not known.
And this just in, former President Donald Trump will not be removed from the 2024 ballot in Michigan. That state's Supreme Court just rejected an attempt to disqualify Trump based on the U.S. Constitution's insurrectionist ban. This comes after Colorado's Supreme Court did remove Trump because of his role in the January 6th Capitol riot. Trump's campaign has vowed to appeal that ruling to the U.S. Supreme Court. California and Maine are still considering whether to keep Trump off the ballot. And right now, police are investigating after a San Ysidro couple disappeared just 1 week ago. That night, Johnny Soto asked their son to leave the home so he could talk to his estranged wife who moved out over the summer. Their kids say this isn't unusual and happens every few weeks. A neighbor's security camera saw Johnny pull out of his garage and put his wife Melissa's keys onto her car. Johnny called his son to tell him it was okay to come home and later agreed to give his daughter a ride, but never showed up. Right now, the couple's 3 children are posting flyers and asking for help to bring their parents home.
We love them and we just want them to come home safe or even give us like any type of sign or contact that they're okay.
Now, the kids say there was nothing suspicious about the house, and police say there are no signs that the dad's truck went into Mexico, or was involved in any sort of a crash. And today, a sentencing hearing is scheduled for a man convicted of killing a toddler while driving under the influence in City Heights. Prosecutors say that Margarito Vargas's blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit when he struck the 18-month-old with his car back in September of 2022. Criminal records show that Vargas had a previous DUI record back in 2016. He was convicted of second-degree murder, which has a minimum sentence of 15 years in prison.
And now today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken and DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas are in Mexico to discuss the growing crisis at the border. They'll meet with the president of Mexico this morning, and this comes as the Director of Municipal Migration Affairs in Tijuana says there are more than 3,800 people in the city's shelters waiting to gain entry into the United States. So 3,800 in Tijuana shelters. According to federal officials here in the U.S., there's been an average of 9,600 daily migrant encounters at the U.S.-Mexico border this month of December, and that's up from 6,800 in November. And now this morning, a major winter storm continues to make its way across much of the country. In fact, half of the nation, impacting people who are making the trip home after the holidays. A blizzard left thousands of travelers stranded. This was in Denver's International Airport, packing that airport. According to FlightAware, 7,000 flights were delayed nationwide yesterday. More than 200 were canceled. It's a far cry still from last year's major Southwest Airlines meltdown. According to the TSA, Friday and Monday will be two of the busiest days for our nation's airports. And now if you're driving, take a look at this. This morning, San Diego's average gas price, it went up about 2 cents, $4.76 now for a gallon of regular. That's our average. According to Gas Buddy, after 13 weeks of declines, prices are now going up due to the attacks on ships in the Red Sea, as well as some optimism that the Fed will cut interest rates next year. If you are hitting the road today, the worst time for traffic will be between 1 to 7 p.m. Best time in the morning before noon. AAA predicts tomorrow will be the busiest day on the roads. And of course, New Year's just 4 days away. That means some new laws will be taking effect right here in California, and they include new labor laws, some pretty major ones. Things like 2 more days of paid sick leave and an increased minimum wage of $16 an hour. That's statewide. There are harsher punishments for people who traffic large amounts of fentanyl, and there will be a ban on the use of excited delirium by law enforcement and medical examiners. Since 2014, that term, excited delirium, has been used to describe at least 15 in-custody deaths in San Diego County. We're going to have more on the changes for California workers coming up in our next half hour.
And happening right now, crews are getting ready for the Holiday Bowl Parade. In fact, this is a live look as they get ready to get everything up in the air. You can see those sandbags that are used to keep those balloons down while they're blowing them up. The parade starts at 10 a.m. ahead of the football game between USC and Louisville. Kickoff is at 5 p.m., but the first 10,000 fans will also get tickets to SeaWorld, so try to get there early. The gates at Petco Park open at 3 p.m. Meantime, the festivities kicked off last night. And of course, that is the sweet sound of marching bands. Both Louisville and USC had their bands face off in the Gaslamp Quarter. In just over 3 hours, though, there will be a 5K followed by the parade, which means, look, downtown, it's going to be busy.
Parking is going to be quite crazy down here. Parking is hectic here on the weekends most of the time, so I'm sure for a Wednesday it's going to be like a Saturday, but insane.
And so, look, we've been telling you about the route, but let's actually take a look here. This is the parade route. It goes along the Embarcadero, and city officials will be closing several roads like Harbor Drive from Grape Street to the intersection with Pacific Highway near Ruoco Park. Stretches of F Street and West G Street will also be closed for the parade route marshaling and disbanding areas. And if you can't make it to the parade, you can stream it for free on CBS 8 Plus. You can download the free app on your favorite streaming service like Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Apple TV. The parade will be hosted by our very own Evan Nurani and Star 94.1's Tati. And stay tuned. We will check in with Evan right after the break. But right now, let's get to Netta for a quick check here on the forecast, because for those that are going to be staying home, they may be enjoying a latte, for instance, or maybe some hot chocolate. But those who venture out to downtown, they may want to have their hands on a latte, right?
Bring a warm beverage with you. It'll help keep things really comfortable, because we do have mild weather today. I mean, it's the end of December. We're talking about temperatures in the 60s. So that's pretty normal. Sunrise at 6:49, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see a beautiful sunrise again. Some areas, though, unfortunately, patchy fog this morning is joining you. If you're headed out in Otay Mesa, Imperial Beach, Chula Vista, it looks like clouds are sitting right over you. Our friends in Tijuana, all the way through Ensenada, have this low-lying cloud coverage. To the north, though, things are kind of lifting up a bit. So downtown San Diego, where the Holiday Bowl and the parade are right now, people are getting ready. Looks like clouds hopefully won't get in the way. We're not seeing low-lying fog there. 56 degrees downtown, 46 La Mesa, 44 in Poway, 68 this afternoon for Ramona, 68 in Poway, 66 for downtown San Diego. So at Petco Park for that Holiday Bowl, temperatures will be in the mid to upper 60s as it begins, and then it'll drop down to closer to the upper 50s, low 60s right through the middle of that game. So yeah, by the afternoon, have a jacket with you, a sweater with you, maybe a warm fuzzy one just to help you out a little bit. We also have that extra pull on our tides today, king tides in effect. That full moon shining bright overnight, well, it's given that extra pull. So at 8:30 this morning, 6.6 feet. Now at 4 o'clock this afternoon, -1. That's how far back the tide will go. So it'll be a fun time to go tide pooling if you'd like to do that. We also have a high surf advisory that starts tomorrow morning all the way through Monday morning, 6 to 12 footers with sets up to 15. Here's a look right now at our traffic camera. This one right at the 125 and the 15 Valley Parkway. Things are pretty smooth right now. I will say I'm not noticing any major crashes. What we are seeing, though, would be the effect of the fog on the roadways. So through Mexico, Rosarito up north into Chula Vista, IB, Otay Mesa, that's where we're noticing you will see some of that patchy fog. Border wait times. Here's a look right now. 90 minutes, San Ysidro port of entry for people coming from Mexico into San Ysidro. And then if you're taking the Otay route, right now it's about 75 minutes. This is all from Customs and Border Protection, their wait times.
The grandstands are up, and we are about to see these streets close down on Harbor Drive in downtown San Diego as we prepare for the 2023 Port of San Diego Holiday Bowl Parade. I am live down here with all the details that you need to know on the 5K, on the parade, on the game. It's all coming up after this break.